defensive end.
Yeah, and Brian, look, there's two hallmarks of great defensive teams. Obviously effort, you can't do anything without it, but also communication. The best defensive teams communicate well, and it's what connects all five guys on the floor.
And a wise coach once said, defense wins championships.
I would say defense and offense win championships. You need both.
A look at the starting group here for Denver. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Watson in at the small forward position.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
And it's hammered home by Green.
I'll tell you what, I mean, he is a creative, explosive finisher at the rim. Green loves putting on a show.
Houston shooting their first free throw of the contest. Grant, the Denver Nuggets have been on quite the run here in this window of time.
Yeah, B.A., it's all working for Denver in recent years. This is a well-constructed team that they play as a unit, and it makes it so difficult to try to get the best of them.
Jokic passes to Murray. Up top, Watson. Pass to Murray. Here's Brown. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Got it. Good job in the low post.
The combo guard, Murray, capable of hurting you with his scoring as well as with his passing.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I was able to talk with Ime Udoka for a minute, and obviously facing Nikola Jokic was the first topic of conversation. Coach told me they don't hand out MVP awards. The Joker is one of the most talented players in league history, and he's 7 feet. It's unreal. In terms of how to stop Jokic, he laughed and said, I don't think anyone has that answer, guys.
As always, Allie, we thank you. So it's Denver now, following the score by Houston. Here's Watson, and the layup falls.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Now here's Green. Not a lot of room. Going inside. Ooh, can't throw it down with one hand. The Nuggets have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Here's Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
And dunking it with authority inside. This is why Jokic guys look to feed him down there.
Well, that's just a careless pass. He's lucky that was just deflected and not picked off.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first.
Oh, talk about a quick first step. Green just blows past defenders.
The Nuggets have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Jokic the screen. Here's Murray. Thompson with the block. Back comes Houston in transition. It's Easton with the jam.
Well, we all know he's a good scorer, but Green also facilitates very well.
Jokic with a screen on Thompson. And Jokic throws it down.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
Man, his efforts well rewarded right there.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the board.
And the shot goes in.
Love the control there from Thompson. I mean, showing poise on the pick and roll.
Murray against Thompson. Murray passes to Jokic. Back to Murray. Fires the 3. The shot is good on the assist by Jokic.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And while Nikola Jokic has lots of years left in this league, he's already an all-time great, Grant.
You know, B.A., not many guys have won multiple MVPs and a title, but Jokic has already accomplished so much. And with his size and skill set, Jokic can be elite for a long time and add to that impressive resume.
And Thompson gets it to go.
And this is big for Thompson's confidence. He needs to keep hitting from downtown.
Pass to Jokic. It's rebounded by Şengün. And it's Green with the ball for Houston. 6-point game. And it's hammered home by Green.
Scoring is Jalen Green's top skill. I mean, he can pile up the points in a hurry.
Jokic screen. Murray passes to Jokic. Back to Murray. 16 feet out. Uses the glass that time. It's good. Murray's got 5 points.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Outside, Green. Floats one up. It doesn't go for him. Good scoring in this one as we conclude the first quarter. The Rockets on top. They're up. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Rockets.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
They've also been quick to set up their teammates, wasting no time making the extra pass for the open look.
On the court right now for the Nuggets. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. And it's Watson in at the 3 spot. Nuggets trail by 4. Now Jokic. He's got 6. Murray, a screen on Şengün. Here's Jokic. In the paint. Jokic going off.
And Jokic has a number of moves to choose from, especially deep inside.
Well, Grant, after 3 straight drafts high in the lottery, the Rockets got to 500 in 2024.
Yeah, and I love how they signed some vets in the summer of 23. Houston decided we want to win now, and I wish more teams did that.
Now here's Murray. He's got 5. From behind the arc. Again, Jokic missing. The Rockets lead by 5. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
KBA, the Denver Nuggets are building for the long haul. Their philosophy has been to draft polished prospects and then develop them into contributors. They look for 4 qualities: basketball IQ, character, positional size, and the absence of skill deficiencies. Ryan, the track record has been strong.
It really has. Thanks, Allie. Here's Green. And he cranks it down. He goes right over to Jokic.
And going all out on the break, Green saw his chance and makes it a one-man show.
Here's Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Green going right at the rim. And it's hammered home by Green.
Talk about using that speed. Green to the rim with ease.
Nuggets trail by 7. Outside Murray to the middle. Here's Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Thompson with it. Give him 8. Pass to Şengün. Back to Thompson. The 3 is up. Rebounded by Denver. Jokic up top. Green covering. Thompson with a steal. Back comes Houston in transition. 4-3. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss.
2 minutes.
Nuggets trail by 5.
2 minutes.
We've got 1:55 left to play in the first half of basketball. And there's the call on Amin Thompson. That's his first foul of the game. Thompson against Murray. Jokic with a screen on Thompson. Murray drives in. Stand back in your early coaching days. What was the dynamic working with the front office?
Well, I was in good situations, and so you need the coach and the front office in sync, where you're all working toward the same goals and you understand what the process is going to look like.
And how in sync were you when Stan was the coach and Stan was the front office?
We had problems then because the coach didn't like the front office very often, and the front office was always unhappy with the coach.
Nice.
Oh, explosive move. Sometimes Murray doesn't get enough credit for his athleticism.
Here's Green. 18 points for him. Green takes it to the rack.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. And so Murray will bring it up for Denver. They trail by 7 from 10 feet away. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good. Murray's got 6 in the quarter.
Defenses have to be aware of Murray at all times. His shooting ability makes him a threat from all over the court. That one rocked this arena.
That's the kind of dunk right there that makes you think he's going to rip down the rim. Murray deciding where to go with it. To the inside. Jokic up top. 10 points for him. 6 on the shot clock. They kick it out to Murray. Offline with a 3. Now here's Green. He's closely guarded. And he's going for the lob. Gordon with a steal. And so it's Houston closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. Back after this.
25. Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And if you're just joining in, 1 half is in the books. 1 half to go. Nice game. Great performance by Jalen Green.
What makes him an exciting player is the ultra-aggressive mindset that we saw over and over in the first half.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
Jock Landale is out there with Jabari Smith. Then it's Fred VanVleet. Then there's Whitmore. And it's Green in at the small forward position. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Nuggets trail by 7. Coach, after 3 back surgeries in 5 years, it is truly amazing that Michael Porter Jr. is still playing at all.
Yeah, it really is, Brian. And for him to get back to playing at the highest level, he has really stuck with it, and you've got to admire his mental and physical toughness.
The ideal fast break option. Westbrook plays with energy and explosion in the open court.
And here's VanVleet. Smith with a screen on Westbrook. VanVleet, the pass to Smith. The kick out to VanVleet. And another miss by Houston. Now here's Westbrook. Pass to Saric. Porter against Green. Shot clock at 5. Porter's shot is off. The Rockets lead by 5. VanVleet scanning the floor. Smith with a screen on Westbrook. VanVleet, the pass to Smith. Back to VanVleet. Tries again. Nice move. And he takes it up and lays it in.
Well, VanVleet likes to work up close and personal at the basket, always ready to take it inside.
Here's Westbrook. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Man, good whistle there.
It's his first trip to the line. That free throw misses. That's off as well, so he misses both. Stan, we know Jokic is one of the best passers this game has ever seen at any position, but his teammates will dish it as well.
Yeah, the Nuggets, by and large, are very unselfish. It's part of their culture. They only bring in guys who are willing to sacrifice for the team's sake.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
BA, Fred VanVleet said, I've been a leader on pretty much every team that I've ever played for. I'm a leader in life. It's just something you either have or you don't. something you got to work at. Some guys will gravitate towards it, and some won't. Brian, is it that simple?
Well, I think most of his teammates value what he has to say, for sure. Now here's Smith. No points yet. Smith with a screen on Westbrook.
2 minutes.
Outside for Green. Jacks up a three. On target from range. And the Rockets lead by 9.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And that one good. Westbrook's gotten 4 this quarter.
Oh, unlimited energy. That's what Westbrook brings. No problems bouncing off contact.
Outside for Green. Westbrook comes with a double. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Team foul.
A minute 22 left in the third quarter. Van Vliet against Westbrook. Just 5 on the clock. Over to the wing. For 3, Smith. Another 3 from Houston.
This is Smith's game. Set him up and he'll knock him down.
Here's Westbrook. Soft touch off the glass. Westbrook's got 6.
Well, that's what you're looking for. Shots from point-blank range.
And the basket by Van Vliet.
Yeah, look at the strength from Van Vliet. Not the biggest, but wouldn't be denied.
Quarter a screen. Westbrook into the lane. And he converts the layup. Give him 8.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Three-pointer, Van Vliet. Porter pulls it in. Nuggets trail by 8. 30 seconds left in the third. And Russell Westbrook again.
In the paint, Westbrook's agility makes him a tough cover. He just slips past the D and gets his shot.
Westbrook against Van Vliet. Late clock. Houston's got to hurry. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over.
Timberwolves. Substitution on the court.
Five ticks left in the third. Şengün with a steal. That shot off the mark. And so it's Houston with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Great shot selection right now. We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. And it's Green with the ball for the Rockets. They've led by as much as 10. And Denver looking at who they've got to start the fourth. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Watson in at the 3.
What hops from Green, going up high and taking it right to the hoop.
Murray with it. Checked by Brooks. Here's Watson. And the 3 off target. Houston leading by 8. Now Green. Thompson, a screen on Murray. Green. Oh, misses the dunk. Back come the Nuggets on the run. Oh, it's stolen by Eason. He takes it in. Outside for Green. Brooks outside. Green finds Brooks. Here's Eason. Clock at 6. Şengün, no good. Nuggets trail by 8. Here's Brown. Poked loose. And out of bounds. The Rockets will take it. The Nuggets want a timeout. Nice game. Great performance by Jalen Green.
Well, as a coach, you have to make adjustments to put a stop to all the damage he's doing. The way they've defended him is not cutting it.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Westbrook's checked in. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear what the Nuggets head coach was saying to his team, and he was adamant that they need to tighten up their D. That lack of communication at that end has led to breakdowns, wide open shooters, and easy buckets. He sounded pretty frustrated, guys.
And Allie, thanks. Murray passes to Jokic. The layup misses. The Rockets lead by 8. Outside, Green. And he's going for the oop here. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Oh, Amen Thompson. Incredible verticality.
And the basket by Westbrook. Westbrook's got 12 points here in the second half.
That's an excellent bucket there. Not an easy one. That took some creativity.
Outside, Green. Watson with a rebound. Nuggets trail by 8. Murray with it. Gordon outside. Oh, Brooks with the steal. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
Yeah, just showcasing his athleticism. When Brooks gets open space around the rim, he looks to throw it down with authority.
Westbrook, the pass to Jokic. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Outside, Green takes it inside. Great drive by Green. That's his game. You'll stand in this league. The opportunity always exists to make a name for yourself.
It certainly does, Brian. And guys that maybe haven't gotten their opportunity, if they're ready when they get it, then they're going to burst onto the scene, and they'll no longer be under the radar guys. Look at a guy like Jalen Brunson, 2nd-round pick, bench guy in Dallas for a long time, and then now an all-star.
Pass to Jokic. Just 5 to shoot. Fires the 3. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Şengün passes to Eason. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. Jokic has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Barring a miracle comeback, this one is wrapped up. They were able to control the tempo and flow of the game, and it will end in a victory for the Rockets.
They had to fight for this one. With the game hanging in the balance a couple of times, they made winning plays, Grant.
It's all about having a strong mentality. What's interesting is that anytime momentum turned against them, instead of folding, they responded with their own attack.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Jalen Green.
Well, offensively, they needed him to be aggressive, and he delivered. What a game.
And coach, a 3-time league MVP, Nikola Jokic joining Moses Malone, Larry Bird, and Magic Johnson. What a list.
Yeah, that's not a bad list at all, Brian. But what stands out beyond Jokic's skill set is the consistency that he produces with every night.
And everybody around him instantly gets better when they play with Jokic.
They love playing with him.
Outside Eason. And he lobs it up top. And Şengün throw it down. And here's Jokic.
Nikola Jokic.
Here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson. And so it's the Rockets taking care of business in this one. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut.
afternoon, and you're watching the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Randall out there with Gobert, and it's DiVincenzo in at the point. And for the Rockets, they've got Tari Eason. Jalen Green is out there with Thompson. Then it's Alperen Şengün, and it's Brooks in at the 3. Like we know these teams among the best defensive squads in the NBA. This figures to be a low-scoring affair.
But it should be an entertaining one, Kevin. And if you're a fan of high-intensity, high-energy defense, there's a lot to love about this matchup.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves getting the first points of the ballgame. Inside, and Thompson throws it down.
And he's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
Here's Edwards. Thompson the layup for 2.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
But sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing. On that possession, they were all over him on the perimeter.
Green against DiVincenzo. Gobert in the corner. Shot clock at 6. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. Three-pointer. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Well, in pick and roll action, Anthony Edwards is thinking score first. Good decision right there.
Green against McDaniel. Brooks outside. Stolen by McDaniels. DiVincenzo with it. He's picked up by Brooks. DiVincenzo can't hit it. It's tipped. It's stolen by Gobert. Şengün against Randall. Now here's DiVincenzo. Tight defense on him. Eason against it. Şengün with the bucket.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. DiVincenzo passes to Edwards. Now Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Over the course of his career, Rudy Gobert has become so much better finishing inside.
And those advanced numbers, Doris, they show Rudy Gobert is historically great.
Kevin, I love that you are an analytics lover, but for me, it's about the eye test. Rudy Gobert has won the Defensive Player of the Year on more than one occasion. He's played on winning teams, and he's been an integral part of their success. He is one of the all-time great defenders we've seen.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Edwards is figuring things out. He said there's levels. My first few years, I looked for my shot and nothing else. I've learned that I can't win without my teammates and that I have to throw them the ball too. It's a team game. I know that now. Kevin, I know it too, so I'm throwing it back to you.
And you're the best teammate we could have. Thank you, David.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Well, you set the tempo early, and when you get command and control of a game, it's perfect. How about Anthony Edwards, the bounce? Go ahead, Ant.
Timeout. And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, McDaniels against Green, and Green snaps it in.
Well, once Green gets inside, he has the body control to adjust to the defender there and finish.
Up top, DiVincenzo, guarded by Green. It's stolen by Green. The 3-ball buries the long-range jumper. Green's got 5.
Green knows that he needs to take and make threes at a good clip. Nice shot there.
Here's DiVincenzo. Thompson with the rebound. Rockets trail by 8. Down low. Easton passes to Thompson. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the first. 5 to shoot. Green in the post. Randall on him. And McDaniels with the block.
Timberwolves ball.
Minnesota leading by 8. DiVincenzo finds Edwards. Nailed from three-point land. Edwards got a couple of threes now in the first for Minnesota. From deep, Green. They get it again. Thompson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Rockets shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. And so he hits both. And so it's Minnesota in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're shooting. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
They're really mucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
The other thing they've done a great job of so far is getting offense off of their defense, forcing turnovers, then quickly converting.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1. Rockets trail by 6. And that one's good. Green.
Putting his size to use. Green's got great length, and it helps him there inside.
DiVincenzo kicks to Edwards. To the paint. Here's Randle. And Randle throws it down.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Thompson, a screen on McDaniels. Green passes to Thompson. Now DiVincenzo. No scoring in this one.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Easton gets a wide open look. Off target with his 3. Timberwolves leading by 6. DiVincenzo with it. Pass to Gobert. Here is Edwards. 5 on the clock. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Second shot opportunity. It's rebounded by Houston. Thompson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. On the wing, Green. Another miss by Houston.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That's foul number 2 for him. And eventually, every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes, that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
Moving the ball is certainly important, but forcing passes like that is simply bad basketball.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And here is Green. He has 7. Connects from three-point range. Green's got 10.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Green. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Here's Edwards, and finished off by Edwards.
I think his teammates understand that Anthony Edwards has every aspect of his offensive game working, so let's make sure he's got the basketball.
Got that one, and the Minnesota lead has been cut down to 2 on the bucket from Thompson.
Listen, even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
Edwards with the screen for DiVincenzo. Out to Edwards. To the inside, and stolen by Şengün. Here's Thompson. Green deciding where to go with it. Thompson, a screen on Edwards. Lobbed up there for Thompson. Lock at 6. There's Green with the 3. Şengün with the screen for Green. Pass to Eason. Tries again. From deep three-point territory. And it's Green missing. Timberwolves have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Randle with the bucket.
Boy, that is some big-time range on display from Julius Randle. Okay.
Rockets trail by 5. Outside, Green. 27 seconds left in the first half of the game. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. DiVincenzo against Green. Outside, Edwards. Back to Gobert. No good on the last second attempt there. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Timberwolves lead by 5. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're thinking about the shot.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
We've got Green. Cam Whitmore is out there with Fred VanVleet. Then it's Jabari Smith. And it's Landale in at the center, filling out the middle. And that's the group in there for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Out that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut down now to just 3 in the basket from VanVleet. And Fred VanVleet is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Houston on D. Shannon passes to Reed, and yes, it's good. Reed's got his first basket.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Smith outside. Pass to Landale. Reed with the block. With the drive.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Now here's VanVleet. Defense is right there. Smith for 3. Trains the three-pointer. Smith's got 5 points in the quarter.
Supreme confidence. Smith really stretches the floor with his ability to shoot.
Shot's good by Shannon.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
VanVleet outside. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. To the right side. 6 on the shot clock. Landale misses.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Van Vliet passes to Landale. And here's Green outside. A rebound by the Timberwolves. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. He gets the shot to fall, and the defender wasn't set. He's called for the block and a three-point play chance here. And when you look at Alexander Walker, Doris, so consistent from year to year.
This is a young man who knows his role, finds ways to help the team within the context of what the Stars are doing. And those are exactly the kind of role players you need in order to have a quality basketball team.
And it's Smith missing.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Inside, here's Minot. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Your heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Minnesota shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Will it go? And it's good on the layup. Van Vliet's got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, at his size, Fred Van Vliet has to be so crafty on the interior. Defense has nothing for him there.
To the middle, here's Miller, and it's Miller with the jam.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
And a wide open look for Whitmore. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Whitmore's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Shannon. Pass to Reed. A minute 20 left in the third quarter. Now here is Miller. Here's Shannon. Rejected by Van Vliet.
And perfect positioning from Van Vliet, wanting to block shots whatever he can. Great instincts. And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Smith sets the pick for Van Vliet. 54 seconds left in the third. Pass to Smith. Houston needs to get a shot. And now Minnesota on the fast break. And good that time. Alexander Walker's got the lead up to 14 now for Minnesota.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Van Vliet can't get it to go. The Timberwolves shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. Pass to Reed from downtown. The Rockets pull it in. Now here's Van Vliet. Here's Smith. And it's Smith finishing it off.
And guys, we're going to see a lot of that from this young man. Smith right now, beasting.
Here's Shannon. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves sitting with a comfortable lead up by 4. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
You love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So on the floor for Minnesota, Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Julius Randle is out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point.
And scoring the ball has always seemed easy for Green. It's starting to show here in this game.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
And so it's Minnesota with it. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. And he's good on the 3 ball. DiVincenzo's got himself on the board with 3 there. Edwards against Green. Out to Thompson. Pass to Eason. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
All the officials are all over that one.
In a moment here, take a look at some of the hustle stats for Minnesota.
They're looking to attack in transition every time down the floor, just wearing the defense thin at this point.
Another thing I thought they did well was pressure. They forced a ton of turnovers, turned those opportunities into points.
DiVincenzo kicks to Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Well, Anthony Edwards plays with joy, and you love to see him get his teammates involved. Pretty pass.
Here's Şengün. Back to Green. Şengün with a screen on McDaniel. A 3. Şengün no good. Timberwolves leading by 18. Here's Gobert. There's the drive. Over Eason. The second chance effort. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Gobert. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Gobert's got 4 points this quarter. Here's Green, and it's Green with the jam.
Emphatic 2 points from Green. Great to see him being aggressive and not settle for jumpers.
DiVincenzo kicks to McDaniels. Pass to Gobert, out to the wing. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Shot clock at 5. Here's DiVincenzo. The shot will not fall. Great defense that time from Şengün. Eason with it. Inside. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. Minnesota's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. And here's Edwards from the arc. Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
Boy, that was deep. Anthony Edwards testing the limitations of his range on that one.
And here's Green outside. Gets that one through the hole, making now 7 of 13 in this game.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists in the game. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Edwards, a screen on Green. DiVincenzo passes to Edwards. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Timberwolves.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Anthony Edwards.
Boy, forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every play. And with that kind of activity, I don't know how you don't wear down.
Randall kicks to Edwards. There's 48 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here we go. And Edwards with the stuff.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially.
Edwards with it. Now Green defending. Down low. And stolen by Thompson. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. They grabbed their own miss. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Here's Thompson. The teardrop falls in. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. He takes it in.
The kill, Alexander Walker.
Green drives in. Stolen by Reed. Missed. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the
West's most formidable squads going at it here.
You know, B.A., looking to prove who is the one to beat in their conference. You love this elite level of competition. This is a chance to show who is the best in the West.
And a look at Minnesota's opening lineup. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard position. Now here's Jokic. Gordon with it. Randle's in his pocket. Gordon, the pass to Jokic. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
There's just no stopping Jokic on the inside.
Now let's find out what head coach David Adelman had to say. Allie LaForce.
I asked him how Rudy Gobert alters their usual game plan. Coach acknowledged that he's a factor and said Rudy definitely demands more from us offensively. We have to be careful where we put our shooters with him waiting for swats. Coach thinks intelligent offense is what it takes to beat Gobert. Back to you.
Thank you for that, Allie. Clark, with Minnesota being a major player in the West now, Wolves Nation is howling.
Howling and growling, B.A. That's the name of their fan base. And, yeah, they're excited. And for good reason. Not only is this team competitive, but they can be downright dominant at times, especially at the defensive end of the floor. Easy group to cheer for.
Now here's Randle. And he gets it to go.
Showing quickness off the dribble, something that separates Randle from most other power forward.
Murray against McDaniels. Right side Murray. Pass to Jokic. With some arc. 5 on the clock. A clear look for Murray. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Look at how instant Murray's shooting can be. Gets the pass, plants the feet, and drills it.
DiVincenzo driving. And here's Edwards. Now Gobert. Covered by Jokic. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Edwards. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Pass to Gobert. 11 feet out. That one's good for 2.
Nice read by Edwards there, finding a wide-open teammate and sending the ball his way on target.
The Nuggets have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Now Jokic. Gordon with it. Back to Jokic. Kept alive. Murray passes to Gordon. Inside. Here's Jokic. McDaniels with the rebound.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect. Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision excellent.
Clark, when it comes to someone like Aaron Gordon, it seems like he makes at least one jaw-dropping play every night.
Well, when you've got that kind of special athleticism, B.A., you can do that. You can make highlight-type plays just by virtue of your activity and giftedness as an athlete. But he's become a heck of a basketball player, too. You always knew the athleticism was there, the energy was there, the work rate was there. But now you're seeing the skill develop. I love watching him work.
Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. And now the T-Wolves on the break for the finish. And the finish on the break with the slam.
It's always fun when you can get ahead of the play like McDaniels did there to finish off the break.
Here's Brown. DiVincenzo covering. Brown passes to Jokic. Murray with it. Launches it. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. 2-for-1 opportunity if they can time it right.
Great way to end the quarter.
Edwards, a pass to Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Best of luck to any defender trying to slow Gobert down. He is ruthless inside.
And Dante DiVincenzo is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
His first personal foul. First team foul.
There's 21 seconds left in the first quarter here. McDaniels against Murray. And Jamal Murray picks up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Randall finds Edwards. Now here's Gobert, covered by Jokic. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
And that does it for the first quarter. The T-Wolves on top, up 5. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. All right, let's quickly break down the game, what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves, guys.
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
Nuggets trail by 5. Well, Clark, you look at Denver's lineups. They have a lot of size on this team.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's kind of the polar opposite of small ball, B.A. I mean, with Jokic in the middle and a lot of length on the wings and in the backcourt, too, this is a growing trend in the league as I see it.
On the court for Minnesota. Ebb is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point. Jokic against McDaniels. Now Jokic. He has 6. In close. And the ball out of play. The Timberwolves will have it. The Timberwolves lead by 5. Up top, DiVincenzo, defended by Murray. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And adding to this lead right now, riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Jokic with a screen on McDaniels. McDaniels against Murray. Just 5 on the clock. Jokic passes to Porter. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. DiVincenzo against Murray. Outside, DiVincenzo. Outside Edwards. Back to Gobert. And the jam by Gobert.
The Frenchman doesn't mess around down there. Gobert, what a vicious throwdown.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver is highly encouraged by the growth of the game. He said, in addition to being the fastest growing sport in the world, we are the #1 participation team sport in the United States. Boys and girls are playing basketball in record numbers. Love to hear it, Brian.
No doubt. The game's in a great place right now, Allie. Thank you. Murray for 3. Nails it from 3. Murray's got 5. Well, when you look at the forwards in this league, there are a lot more Grant Hill types out there these days, Parker.
Well, thank you for the nice words, B.A. Of course, I took pride in my overall game. And over the last few decades or so, we've seen a bunch of guys playing the 3, 4, and 5 who can pass, dribble, and shoot. So it's fun to watch the game evolve.
The drive by Murray. Pass to Jokic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. With the fadeaway. That one is off.
Great contest of the shot. Kind of forced him to fade back more than he'd like.
DiVincenzo finds Randall. Now here's DiVincenzo. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. Jokic has got 4 rebounds now. Here's Brown, and that one is hammered home.
So good to see Murray, not just as a scorer, but thriving as a passer, too.
With lots of prime seasons ahead of him, Clark, Nikola Jokic already has multiple MVPs and a championship.
It is an incredible resume already, that's for sure, B.A. I think he's got a chance to get into that top 10, maybe top 5 all-time conversation. But he's special, and what a joy to watch. Never seems to be overexerting himself, but he's making impact at both ends of the floor. He's extremely special as a basketball player.
Out to the wing. Here's Jokic. 6 points for him. Tries to break his ice. Goes back up. Outside for Porter. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
We've seen more than a few miscues from them tonight.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Minnesota leading by 8. Edwards is screened on Murray. DiVincenzo, the pass to Edwards. 41 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Here's Gobert. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one. Gobert's got 10 points.
The endless reach of Gobert. Those long arms sometimes seems like he's everywhere. An overwhelming presence on the offensive glass.
Jokic with a screen on Edwards. Pass to Jokic. Throw it down, Nikola.
Boy, his ball handling skills for a guy of his size and the creativity he plays with. Just remarkable when you watch Jokic do his thing.
Here's Edwards. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. Minnesota shooting their first free throw of the game. Here's Najee, and down it goes. Jam that one home.
A great assist. Nice work from Russell Westbrook.
Here's Minot. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
They're measuring up the shot.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Rudy Gobert really making a difference here.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Dario Saric is out there with Peyton Watson. Then it's Zeke Najee. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Strother in at the 2 spot. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Alexander Walker, the pass to Reed. From downtown, it's hauled in by the Nuggets. Clark, it's been great to see the Nuggets as a perennial powerhouse these past few years.
Well, you know, that's what happens when you get a guy like Nikola Jokic. I mean, he's a game changer, and what a joy to watch. Took a long time for them to finally get to the place where they could win that first title, but usually teams don't become champions overnight. It's a process. Now everybody's scared of him.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Reed sets a screen. And it's Alexander Walker penetrating. It's rebounded by Najee. Nuggets trail by 5. Boy, the offense has been on point.
They have great timing and great communication. So hard to get stops against them.
A guy with major bounce, Westbrook, can really get up there.
Now here's Alexander Walker. Defense right on him. Reed sets a screen. Takes a three. The shot by Alexander Walker, no good. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 3 in this second half. Westbrook taking his time here. Good on the shot. Westbrook's got 8 points here in the quarter.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Well, it starts with defense. They got some stops, scored some buckets after that, and now we've got ourselves a ball game.
Knocks down the long J. And the Timberwolves lead by 4.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Reed with the rebound.
Does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
It's stolen. And they're on the run. Here's Westbrook. And Westbrook slams it home.
That is really where Russell Westbrook excels. In transition with that great speed of his.
Reed sets a screen. Rebounded by Denver. Pass to Najee. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
For Minnesota, they've gotten just 1 of 5 shots to drop since halftime. Reed sets a screen. Outside, Alexander Walker. Miller outside. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. And it's Westbrook with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. It's deflected. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you. A minute 6 left to play in the third. Good on the bucket.
They've really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
Yeah, you know, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed.
Pass to Shannon. Left side, Alexander Walker. The 3. Drains the triple. Alexander Walker's got 6.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
Westbrook drives. And finished off by Westbrook.
Man, I tell you what, one of the things I love about Westbrook is the ferocity with which he attacks the rack. When he's driving inside, he's trying to punish the defender and the basket.
And that one's good.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Nuggets trail by 3. Westbrook outside. Outside, Alexander Walker driving in, goes up and lays it in nice and easy. Now it's a 5-point Timberwolves lead.
If you give him any sort of space, he's gonna attack.
The third quarter comes to a close. Timberwolves ahead, up by 5. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your 2 guards share the wealth.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. So for Minnesota right now, Ed is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard. Westbrook outside. And there's the foul. It'll go on Julius Randle. That's his first foul. And it's a completely new group here for the Nuggets.
Substitution on the court.
And here's Murray. Shot clock at 6. It's Jokic, high post, over Gobert. McDaniels with the rebound. Minnesota leading by 8. Here goes Gobert. Can't get it to fall. McDaniels against Murray. Here's Jokic. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a three-point play. They'll pin that one on Julius Randle. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Minnesota.
Phenomenal work on the defensive end so far. That stands out the most. They've made it their mission to block shots and make things hard for the opposition.
Yeah, they've also done a great job of running. Attacking when they get the chance, always a great idea.
Jokic with a screen on McDaniels. And there's the foul. It's on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul of the game.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
And here's Gordon from the arc. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds in the game. Randle. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It goes on Aaron Gordon.
And you know, you look at guys like Randle who don't have that eye-popping athleticism or length. The pump fake is a great equalizer.
And Randle drops them both.
It can help a big man's game to hit those free throws. It keeps the defense from getting too aggressive.
Murray against McDaniels. Murray passes to Porter. Pass to Jokic. Gordon with a screen on Gobert. Jokic. Randle with some nice D.
Ooh, old school right there. No easy buckets.
Edwards looking it over. Here's Gobert. The kick out to Edwards. From outside the arc. Here's Gobert. Outside McDaniels. Pass to Edwards. The 3 is up. Edwards making it look so easy from deep.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Here's Jokic. Will not go. Misses off the front iron. McDaniels passes to Edwards. Here's Gobert. Rebounded by Denver. Jokic just got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Murray from outside. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got rebound number 7 tonight. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Rocketing right off the floor. Explosive jam by McDaniels.
Outside Murray. And Jaden McDaniels picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
And Jokic no good on that one.
Whatever this team needs from Jokic, he seems to provide it because he works so hard. Whether it's points, passing, rebounding, improved defensively, love his determination.
Pass to Jokic. Picked by Murray. Fires the 3. It's blocked by Gobert.
So good at finding these swats. Gobert loves reaching out and sending them away.
Nuggets trail by 13. Murray for 3. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got 9 rebounds now. Edwards with a step. And he cranks it down. He goes right over Nikola Jokic.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Timberwolves.
Well, Grant, I don't know if there was one deciding factor in this game, but I'd say shooting accuracy if I had to choose.
Agreed, B.A. They really went after quality looks and shot the ball with confidence.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Anthony Edwards.
Boy, he was absolutely relentless at the offensive end, guys. Smelled blood and went for it.
43 seconds left in the fourth. And Anthony Edwards has stated that his goal is to ultimately surpass Michael Jordan.
Hey, look, that is a lofty goal to run after. I don't know if he'll catch it, but I like the fact that he's ambitious enough and confident enough to put it out there. His ability speaks for itself. This guy's a star already, and his star continues to shine. His work ethic and confidence give me belief that he's going to have a chance to at least get close to that. We know about 25 years ago, there was a guy named Kobe Bryant who sought to do something similar to what MJ did, and he got pretty close to matching it.
Here's Jokic. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Outside Edwards. And they recover it. Gobert knocks it down from 7 feet. And the call will be against Nikola Jokic. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
And what a phenomenal replay of that impressive rejection.
You know, that's about as good a defensive play as you're going to see. Instant reaction.
All right, Allie, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce.
Time, but eventually I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the field. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
What a matchup we have here in the front court break.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
And the Houston Rockets starting five. We've got Green. Tari Easton is out there with Alperen Şengün. Then it's Brooks, and it's Thompson in at the two guard.
downright lethal in the pick and roll. Gordon's size and quickness, along with the decision-making, it's a tough combination.
Now, here's Thompson. They swipe it. Pass to Watson. Driving in, and Watson slams it in.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Now here's Murray. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Şengün.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And Alperon Şengün continues to prove himself, RJ, as one of the game's most promising big men.
Oh, a lot of it is because of his passing ability, Kevin. Shades of Nikola Jokic out there. Having a big man who can distribute like Şengün is a real luxury.
Now here's Gordon, following the miss by Jokic. Jokic a screen. Just 5 to shoot. Second shot opportunity. He lays it in.
And if Jokic has the position inside, forget it.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks very much. Briefly spoke with David Adelman. I asked him how they plan on bottling up Jalen Green. Now, he said, we have to try and stay in front of him and protect the rim. Jalen is an explosive athlete and an incredibly crafty finisher around the basket, so keeping him out of the paint won't be easy. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David.
At the arc, Murray is all business, knocking down a confident shot.
And here's Green outside, and it's Denver with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Count that one. Watson's got his second bucket.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Here's Green after the Nuggets pick up 2. And Green slams it in.
And one of Green's best attributes is that he doesn't really see contact. He will either go over it or through it.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Nuggets. 7-point differential. Fires the 3. Şengün with the rebound. For Houston, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far tonight.
Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
Denver leading by 5. And you look at this year's Denver team, you know, Greg, trying to get more from their bench than they did last year.
Yeah, and you just don't want your starters to play so many minutes that they get gassed in the postseason. That's something Denver's trying to avoid this time around. Easier said, though, than done.
Eason with a screen for Green. Fires for 3. That one doesn't drop.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Jokic with his screen on Brooks. Murray the pass to Jokic. Stolen by Brooks. Thompson right side. And Thompson slams it home.
Tenacious on the attack. Thompson is fantastic at finding lanes to the basket.
Murray surveying the D. Pass to Jokic. Outside Gordon. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Nuggets trail by 5. And the dunk by Eason.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Jokic sets the screen for Murray. And here's Jokic. The tray. The Nuggets with another miss. Here's Şengün. And Şengün throws it down.
Coaches love those hit-ahead passes, advancing the ball as quickly as possible.
Thompson against Murray. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Murray's got 5.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Now Green. There's 14 seconds left in the first. Puts up a deep three. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Gordon kicks to Jokic. Over Eason. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And still a close game as the first quarter comes. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Denver?
The ball movement has been outstanding so far. They've come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
And the other thing I've been impressed with, guys, is their assertiveness at attacking the paint, trying to hunt for those high percentage looks.
In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. The 4 and the 5. It's Gordon and Jokic. And it's Watson in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Now here's Murray. 5 points in the game. Jokic with this screen on Thompson. Murray, good.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
The Nuggets leading by 3. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Here's Jokic. Jokic rising up.
Oh, that's just too easy for Jokic. This is why defensively you've got to get him away from the basket.
What's great about Jokic, GA, is he can put up MVP numbers, and he's got a little personality to him, doesn't he?
And he does. You can tell he just loves life. He loves everything he does, especially when he's on the floor, making his teammates better.
Now here's Murray. He's got 8. Over Thompson. And there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Here's Murray. Takes it inside, and he uses the glass on the lane. Murray's got 10 points.
And on the drive, Murray can seem unstoppable. His agility cuts the defense apart there.
Green deciding where to go with it. Shot to stop the run, and Green slams it in.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
How about up over the 80% mark from the line last year? So he's happy and also consistent there with those numbers. And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Right side, Green. Pass to Eason. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. He has 5.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Murray against Thompson. And stolen by Thompson. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Nikola Jokic may not be the most physically gifted, but there's an old saying in basketball, you're as fast as you can anticipate. LeBron James says he sees plays before they happen. A lot of people don't understand it, but I do. He's special. Kevin?
You know, his mind for the game is just on another level. We appreciate that report. So, RJ, the Rockets last year, they were exactly at 500. 41 up and 41 down.
Still, they missed the play-in by 5 games. In the East, they easily are in. That just tells you how difficult a rebuild in the Western Conference is. And Houston is up against it.
Now here's Thompson. He has 6. 5 to shoot. Pass to Eason. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. When it's all said and done, Jokic, Greg, is going to be the Nuggets' career leader in many categories.
and he's already their franchise leader in rebounds, assists, triple-doubles, and playoff points, and many other advanced stats as well.
Now, here's Green. 7 points in the game. Launches from deep, from beyond the arc, and then some. Green's got 10 points.
Okay, that's some impressive range from Green. Daring the defense to cover him that far out. Well, look, he can have that.
Murray for 3. The Rockets pull it in. Şengün's got his 5th rebound in this one. Murray finds Jokic. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Murray outside. There's 49 seconds left here in the second. Going inside. Good D by Thompson.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Puts up a 3. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Gordon the pass to Watson. On the wing, Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
And there's no doubt Murray can fill it up. Good luck bringing him down to earth when he's on this kind of a roll.
Here's Brown. Lets it go from deep. Green with the rebound. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. And so it's the Denver Nuggets in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We'll return shortly. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. It's been one outstanding game from Jamal Murray.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
So on the floor for Houston, Fred VanVleet out there with Cam Whitmore. Then there's Green, and it's Smith, and it's Landale in at the 5. Now here's Westbrook. Richard, we know how hard the game is to play, but I think we also know how hard the game is to officiate.
I agree, Kevin. I think the one thing about basketball is that it's constant movement. There are plays happening all around the referees. It's not like football where every 45 seconds you run another play. In 45 seconds, you could have had a different 5 or 6 possessions. That puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the referees.
Now here's Westbrook following the miss by Fred VanVleet. The offensive rebound, Saric, and slam dunk by Saric.
And you have to get Saric out of the paint. Once he's inside, he's ready to take it home.
Smith sets the pick for VanVleet. Over Westbrook. Rebound by the Nuggets.
Looked like he just rushed it there. Just maybe take a little bit more time in the future.
Takes it inside. Here's Strother. Whitmore defending outside Westbrook. And Westbrook throws it down.
Above the rim, Westbrook making his presence felt.
And Blake deciding where to go with it. Smith with a screen on Westbrook. Unloads. The Rockets again can't hit.
I don't know if he got in his own head there or what, because the defense can't really take credit for that miss.
RJ, the Rockets don't just have young talent. They have elite young talent.
Yeah, you can have all the high draft picks in the world. That doesn't mean you're going to hit on the right guys. But Houston, they certainly have.
And that one goes in, 2 from the line that time.
Some big guys struggle at the line. Not him. He's put in the work to defy that assumption.
And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And there's the strength and determination VanVleet's known for. He battles nonstop.
Houston shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. And VanVleet, not the same scorer he once was, Richard, but he has improved his playmaking.
And that's the adjustment that Van Vliet needed to make. The scoring doesn't always have to be there for him. But if he can set up, facilitate, and be a game manager, he'll find a large role.
Yes, that goes in.
And Whitmore, a beast inside because of his power and ability to elevate.
Outside Westbrook. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And it's good, 2 points.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
And count on Van Vliet to hit that three-point shot. He's an efficient scorer from beyond the arc.
Here's Westbrook. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And they got to bring the double team on.
The Nuggets have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And one thing about Westbrook, he does not have a quiet presence. You know he's out there at every moment, and his production speaks volumes.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, the last few years we saw teams giving up bounties worth of draft picks and trades for star players, but with teams now possessing more roster spots to develop prospects and about 3/4 of the tradable picks awarded by just 1/3 of the NBA's teams, we may not see so many picks given up moving forward. Kevin?
You're exactly right, David. Something certainly to keep an eye on. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Van Vliet kicks to Green. No good on the triple. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game.
Changing ends. Westbrook just... moves at a different speed than everyone else, and he runs hard all the time.
Now here's Van Vliet. He has 5. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
The Nuggets leading by 10. 51 seconds left here in the third quarter. Westbrook drives in. Good on the shot. Westbrook's got 11 points.
He's so good at finding a crease in the defense and taking it to the hole. Westbrook going to what he does best.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1.
And he deserves a lot of credit for what he was able to do at the line last year. 86% from the stripe.
Nuggets have gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. Out to Saric. Lets it fly. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Saric has got 6 points in the quarter.
Such a gifted passer. Westbrook able to spot those openings and use them.
Here's the screen. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Saric grabs the board. Denver leading by 12. To the paint. Najee, good.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
And here's Westbrook. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. They've got Saric, Russell Westbrook out there with Porter. It's Najee in at the 4-man position. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Now here's Westbrook. The kick out to Porter. Westbrook, a screen on Brooks. Outside Westbrook. Shot clock at 6. Thompson with the rebound.
Give the defender credit. Willing to challenge the shot. Lots of other guys just let them score there.
And that one's good. Brooks.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Timeout called. Nuggets. Big group substitution here for Denver. And now the latest from our reporter, David Alder.
Thanks very much. Was able to listen to what David Haberman went over with his team. Now, he told his guys not to get comfortable. He said, so we got a little breathing room. So what? That's no reason to slow down out there. He wants them to keep the effort up. Guys?
Thank you, David. And the Rockets with possession here. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Outside, Green. Pass to Brooks. Here's Eason. And the 3 off target. The Nuggets leading by 13. Here's Jokic. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. Westbrook's got 4 assists in the game.
This is what you love to see. Westbrook sharing the ball with open teammates, making the right play.
Now, here's Green. And it's Denver with the rebound. Watson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Jokic with it, picked up by Thompson. To the inside. Here's Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And we all know Gordon isn't just going to lay it up. He's going for the throwdown every time.
Another miss by Houston. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Jokic with it. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Jalen Green. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's check.
This is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Westbrook feeling it out a bit. Pass to Jokic. The 3 sinks the triple. Jokic has got 7 now in this quarter.
For real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And here's Denver. They're on an 11-3 run. And he drives in. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Man, their offense is clicking. Players, coaches, everybody, they are in sync.
And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. Denver leading by 21. Jokic with this screen on Green. Jokic against Şengün. The fader. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Jokic has got 11 points here in just the second half.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Nuggets.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Jokic.
He came up with a bucket every time they needed him to. Great effort on offense, and he was a difference maker.
Offensive rebound, goes back up. And Eason with the lay-in, good. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Şengün against Jokic. Fader on the way. Thompson with the rebound. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Gordon. Back to Murray. Here's Jokic. Over Şengün. That one wide left. The drive by Green.
Jalen Green.
So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. Thank you, David. And that about wraps it up. And so for Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and our reporter...
Sports. Now let's take a look at the Rockets' opening lineup. They've got Dylan Brooks. Jalen Green is out there with Thompson. Then there's Alperon Şengün. And it's Eason in at the power forward position. And for Minnesota, Ed is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point. Well, it's fair to say we can expect a bruising battle between these two, Grant.
Yeah, these are two teams that dare you to bring the ball at them. They both feast on the defensive side, so don't expect any scoring records broken in this one. And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
It's hauled in by Houston.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Offensive rebound. Outside, Green. Fires from deep. Another miss by Green. Randall deciding where to go with it. With the drive. And it's Randall with the jam.
This is the energy Randall provides. When he's charging inside, he wants to hammer it down.
About a minute into this first quarter. Green, the pass to Şengün. And that comes off the assist by Green.
Hey, when he's hitting that shot, it really helps the spacing for this team.
Yeah, if you can hit that with regularity, it opens up the floor so much more.
Now here's Edwards. Pass to Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
Wow, Julius Randall. We could feel the floor shaking on that one.
Outside, Green. Kept alive by Houston, and the ball out of play. Timberwolves will have it. The Timberwolves have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Here's Randall. The kick out to Edwards. And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Here's Randall. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Randall's got 6.
Well, that's probably not the shot they were looking for, but hey, when it goes in, everybody's happy.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Chris Finch. We talked about how Alperen Şengün can act as a facilitator. Coach said he sees the floor like nobody else. He's got a great mind for the game, and if you let him find his guy out of the high post, he will punish you. No doubt about it, they're aware. He is the engine of this offense.
Okay, thanks, Allie.
Oh, you gotta finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
Şengün, a screen on McDaniels. Pass to Şengün. Brooks from outside. Yes, and it's Şengün picking up the assist.
And he's much more comfortable shooting off a pass. Brooks with a nice shot.
Here's DiVincenzo. Shakes him. And the layup is good.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Green against McDaniels.
Oh! Wow!
And I'll tell you what, I mean, he is a creative, explosive finisher at the rim. Green loves putting on a show.
For 3, DiVincenzo. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. 1:33 left to play in the first. Here's Şengün. And the Rockets hit again from deep.
Already an intelligent playmaker, Thompson moves the ball well for a rookie.
Edwards a screen on Green. Here's DiVincenzo. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
It's Edwards on the wing, defended by Thompson. Outside McDaniels, and it's out of bounds to Minnesota.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Now here's Edwards. No points so far. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. It's going to be on Tari Eason. And stand while Edwards has pushed back. It hasn't stopped others from comparing him to his airness, Michael Jordan.
And that talk is more about how his game reminds one of MJ and less about greatness. Edwards' career is just getting started.
And for Green, it's about trying to be consistent. He has talent, and he needs to play to his strengths.
And both free throws good for Green. Minnesota has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Here's DiVincenzo. It's good. DiVincenzo's got 6 points.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
29 seconds left in the opening quarter. And here's Thompson for 3. The Rockets with another miss. The Timberwolves have got 7 of 11 shots to find the mark. And Edwards slams it in.
Well, once Edwards saw his opening, it was game over. He delights in sticking it to you like this.
Brooks outside. Pass to Şengün. 3 seconds left. Jump shot is good. Give him 8.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Well, it's been a high-scoring, competitive game through the first quarter of play. Timberwolves ahead. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, I like how they're going right at the defense, creating high-quality looks with that penetration.
Yeah, they've also started out on fire from mid-range. We'll see if they continue to that approach as the game goes on.
Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. And Edwards slams it in.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Here's McDaniels. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
McDaniels against Green. Brooks the pass to Eason. Connects from downtown. Eason's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
DiVincenzo with it. Now Thompson defending. Outside Edwards. It's rebounded by Şengün.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
Here's DiVincenzo. And that one goes. 4 for 7 for him so far. And there's a bevy of young talent in the NBA right now. Who are you most excited to see grow into a star, Stan?
Well, what I'm really excited about, Brian, is to see which of these young talents becomes true stars, transformative guys. Certainly, Chet Holmgren and Wembanyama have already had this great rivalry. Scotty Barnes has become the next big point guard. We see Anthony Edwards, Paolo Banchero. There's a lot of guys that could be the guy, and it'll be fun to find out who actually develops into that play.
As the torch is passed, who's going to take the mantle?
When Gobert is close like that, you know he's going to try and ram it through.
Here's Thompson. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
Come on, you can't be doing that. I know these guys want to put on a show, but you can't pass up scoring opportunities.
Yeah, an underrated passer. Randle has a nice feel for the game and is willing to keep his teammates involved.
Green for 3. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got his 4th rebound in this one. Edwards for 3. Edwards making it look so easy from deep.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Şengün's got 11 points.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now here's Edwards. 12 points for him. Launches a 3. Doesn't go for him. Rockets trail by 5. DiVincenzo with the steal. Oh! Edwards finishes the break.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
Thompson, a screen on McDaniels. Green, the pass to Thompson. Outside for Green. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. 6 points for him.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
Nice shot by DiVincenzo.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Brooks tries again. Here's Şengün. Outside for Brooks. And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. He wants to review the game plan.
Coach definitely wants to talk about their interior defense, which has not been impressive.
Yeah, it's basically a layup line. You're not going to win many games if you can't offer more resistance than that.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for DiVincenzo. .32 seconds left in the second period. The Rockets with another miss. He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Reed's checked in for Minnesota. And here's Minnesota now. They're on a 14-5 run. Here's Alexander Walker. And it's good for two. Alexander Walker's got his first basket.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Oh, Amen Thompson. Incredible verticality.
Edwards for three. Drops in the three. Edwards got 12 now in this quarter.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Anthony Edwards has been on display for Minnesota. He made a big impact, scoring 12 points in the quarter. More 2K action in just a moment.
They're taking about the shot.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
Rockets trail by 8. So the Houston 5 right now. Whitmore is out there with Fred VanVleet. Then it's Jabari Smith. Then there's Jeff Green. And it's Landale in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Shannon. Driving inside. No, stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity in a three-point play. It's going to be on Jabari Smith. Minnesota shooting their third free throw shot of the game. Stan, your coaching career started in the 1980s. How are players different today versus then?
Well, look, players have always shared one thing. They want to be the best that they can be, and they want to win games. But the players now are bigger, faster, stronger, and more skilled. The rules have changed, so the game's a little bit less physical, particularly at the NBA level, but the players are just better.
So it's Minnesota now, after the basket by Houston. A slam dunk by Reed.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
Smith no good.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Miller outside. Outside Reed. Pass to Shannon. Back to Reed. He shoots. Shannon's shot is off.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
Here's Landale. Here's Smith. Back to Whitmore. The kick out to VanVleet. Off target from three-point range. The Timberwolves lead by 11. The shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Houston has got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. You know, Grant and VanVleet, they've got a guy who's been through everything in this league.
Yeah, B.A. Van Vliet's seen it all. He's won a championship. He's been in the All-Star game. He's been on a last-place team. But no wonder nothing seems to faze him.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Rockets showing improvement. Head coach Ime Udoka said, quote, when you rely on your young guys, you're constantly trying to instill habits that'll carry them for the rest of their careers. It's mistakes and tendencies you have to try to break continually. Just staying positive. We see glimpses of how close we can be.
All right, Allie, thanks for that.
And guys, this is why coaches value playing with pace.
Yeah, they have made the most of their transition chances.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Pass to Landale. Now Smith. Six to shoot. Late clock. Houston's got to hurry. Puts up a three. Second shot opportunity. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. No good there. Nice D from Alexander Walker. Out left to the wing. There's a minute 54 left in the third quarter. Man, showing some terrific range. Alexander Walker's got 5.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. We love it.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
Now here's Van Vliet. Using his post moves to get the 2 points.
Well, Van Vliet likes to work up close and personal at the basket, always ready to take it inside.
Here's Shannon, guarded by Van Vliet. Fires for 3. Shannon's shot is off. And it's Green with the ball for the Rockets. It's a 16-point game. We've got 1:08 left to play in the third quarter here. Here's Whitmore. Drives to the hoop. Here's Landale. Van Vliet outside. Picked by Smith. There's the triple. They get it back. Here's Landale. Oh, persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Landale's got his first bucket in this one.
Plays like that make a coach's life easy. Love the work rate he shows on the glass to get the score.
A monster finish with authority.
And he hangs on the rim for a little extra spice. Yes, it's good. He has 6.
Yeah, what a touch on the shot from Van Vliet. Just easing it into the hoop.
Here's Shannon. He's got 7. Uses the glass on the layup.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Rockets trail by 16. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Van Vliet. Yep, that one's good. Van Vliet's got 8 points here in the quarter.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense there.
Pass to Reed. Here's Shannon, guarded by Van Vliet. Goes up on the baseline, and that one's long. Blocked! And so it looks like it'll be Houston's ball. And so it's Minnesota, a sizable lead of 14 at the break. We hear and a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Just a selfless decision from your 2-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
Yeah, that's great decision making and one that embodies a team-first mindset.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle, and it's DiVincenzo in at the 1. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
And that's one he wants back, just wide open, but not able to connect that time.
A clear look for Green, and it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 5 rebounds in the game. DiVincenzo against Green. Nice shot by DiVincenzo.
Well, they expect this from him, and he's a big reason they're out in front right now.
And here's Green from the arc. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got 6 rebounds here tonight. To the paint. It's tipped. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. It's blocked by Gobert.
Well, Rudy loves erasing shots. Every chance he gets, he'll take a swipe at you.
And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Eason.
I don't know what the heck happened there. That's just a careless turnover.
Minnesota leading by 14. And DiVincenzo with a basket on the assist from Randall. Randall's got 3 assists now in this one. On the wing, Brooks. DiVincenzo covering. Brooks against DiVincenzo. Pass to Eason. 5 to shoot. Lays it up and banks it in. Eason's got 4 points now in the quarter.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
DiVincenzo, pass to Gobert. Green against DiVincenzo. Gobert on the high post. Back to DiVincenzo. The three-pointer off the mark. Rockets trail by 14. Brooks, the pass to Şengün. And we all know about Stan the analyst and Stan the coach. But when you played in college, what was your game like, Stan?
Hey, Brian, I had the game that would get you beat as a coach. I will say my greatest strength was this. I was never once accused of overpassing.
The black hole. That is Stan Van Gundy.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Thompson, a screen on McDaniels. Down low. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. McDaniels inside. Brooks defending.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
All right, a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
They've also been showing us standout play on the fast break, working as a team to create easy opportunities.
Back to Edwards. A minute 39. Oh, a big slam!
Oh, my gosh. The athleticism.
That's the type of move that you see in a dunk contest.
Takes great confidence to alley-oop to yourself.
Sure does. And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Timberwolves.
And the huge difference today, the efficiency from beyond the arc.
Yeah, once they started hitting shots, it stretched out the D and opened up the entire offense.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Anthony Edwards.
Well, he was the reliable option for them on just about every possession. So dependable, always making the right decision.
Edwards looking it over. Going inside. Misses the layup. Houston has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Brooks, the pass to Thompson. Now here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
Pass to Gobert. Edwards against Thompson. Gobert with a screen on Thompson. Edwards for three. Rebounded by Green. Here's Thompson.
Amen Thompson. The assist, Jalen Green.
Tipped away and stolen by Green.
Amen Thompson. 3-1.
And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice and me and top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak, be back in the beer still.
starting group for the Denver Nuggets. Before in the 5, it's Gordon and Jokic. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. And it's Watson in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Timberwolves, Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Rudy Gobert is out there with Randall. And it's DiVincenzo in at point guard. Two of the dominant teams, Greg, out here in the Western Conference going head-to-head.
And, Kevin, they know each other well. They expect to meet potentially in the postseason. And I would expect a playoff atmosphere tonight.
Some power coming from the PG.
Ah, that's right, GA. Seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
And here are the Nuggets now after the basket by Minnesota. Jokic passes to Murray. Back to Jokic. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. To the middle. Pass to Gordon. Just 5 on the clock. To the paint. And Jokic throws it down.
Oh, that's just too easy for Jokic. This is why defensively you've got to get him away from the basket.
And here's Denver. Watson kicks to Murray. To the left wing. Trying to find Jokic. Gets it to him. And the baseline jumper, no good. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Greg, this is some kind of no. Last year, Minnesota had, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
And so DiVincenzo nails both of them. On offense, here are the Nuggets. Jokic with the screen on McDaniels. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Murray against DiVincenzo. For Minnesota, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And he makes the first. And so DiVincenzo nails both of them. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Murray against McDaniel. Takes a 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Murray against McDaniel. And then Randall slams it in.
Wow, Julius Randall with a little flavor on the finish.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks. I caught up with Chris Finch. Now the obvious concern is Nikola Jokic, particularly as a playmaker. Coach told me if Jokic goes off for 40 himself, we can still win if we hold his teammates down. But that's tough when he's hitting those guys in their favorite spots. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Minnesota leading by 3. Here's Edwards. Offensive rebound. Another shot. Got a piece of it. And he recovers it. 6 to shoot. DiVincenzo passes to McDaniels. Shoots the 3. And DiVincenzo is good for 3. DiVincenzo's got 11 points.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Jokic with the screen on McDaniel. Murray scanning the floor. Jokic sets the screen for Murray. Pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Front past the arc. In the hoop for his 3rd make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that 3-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
The Nuggets trail by 3. And Greg, something that is so important to this team, Jamal Murray's shot creation.
It is, Kevin. He creates so much with the ball or off of it. The work he puts in on offense frees up everything for his teammates. Great competitor who's really a perfect fit with this court.
For Denver, they've gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. And Peyton Watson gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. DiVincenzo against Murray. There's 47 seconds left in the first quarter. DiVincenzo kicks to McDaniel. Hands it from downtown.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Now here's Murray. 10 points for him. Pass to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Fires the 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Here's Edwards. Gets to the hoop. And finished off by Edwards.
That is not possible. What we just... Is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Dante DiVincenzo. He's been the guy. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen from the Timberwolves, what do you guys think?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Handle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1 spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
Well, this is where the freakish length of Rudy Gobert, so effective at reaching in and prying the ball away from the opposition.
Here's Murray after the basket by Minnesota. Jordan in the corner. Pass to Brown. And stolen by DiVincenzo. Outside Edwards. They get it back. And slam dunk by Gobert.
We always know this has been a strength of Rudy Gobert, getting the offensive window. Nicely done.
We played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. McDaniels against Murray. Clock at 6. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Brown pulls it down. Outside Gordon. Pass to Brown. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Jordan dishes to Watson. Pops it up for Jordan. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Jokic is checked in. It seems every season, Doris, we have players speak out on being unhappy with their role.
Well, consider, Kevin, that if you're one player on a roster in the NBA, how coveted each of those spots are, but also how competitive they are. You don't get there without that nature, which means you want to play.
Outside Gordon. It's stolen by DiVincenzo. Randall from outside scored the basket, his 2nd of 2 attempts. Breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
I think the other thing they're doing is they're wearing out the opponent in transition, exploding up the floor for easy chances. Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Now here's Edwards. Happy to see that one drop, shooting a paltry 2 for 9.
Anthony Edwards just reading what the defense giving up. Gets to his mid-range game right there.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Rudy Gobert continues to embrace the challenge of elite rim protection. He said competition is what it's about. Sometimes I'm going to get dunked on, and sometimes I'll get the block. But I'm not going to stop coming and doing what I do. I'll be there every time. Kevin?
David, just like you. Thanks so much. Now Murray. Following the miss by Julius Randle from deep. Gordon with a screen on McDaniel. Murray, no good. Timberwolves leading by 10. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. A three-pointer off the mark. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
If you don't keep Aaron Gordon out of the paint, it's going to be a long night. How easy is that?
Edwards a screen on Murray. 59 seconds left to play here in the half. The Timberwolves again can't hit. The Nuggets trail by 8. Pass to Watson. Kicks it out to Gordon. Here's the 3. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And Randle throws it down.
Well, if you're Julius Randle, sprint the floor and get an easy one.
Denver's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. We've got 28 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Brown. Defended by DiVincenzo.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Edwards with it. Oh, the lob to Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Nice game. Great performance by Dante DiVincenzo.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
So on the floor for Denver, George is out there with Porter. Then there's Russell Westbrook. It's Najee in at the 5.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Here's Miller, and it's Miller with the jam.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Outside Westbrook. Reed with the rebound. Timberwolves leading by 14. Over to the left wing. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Pass to Alexander Walker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 16 feet away. George grabs the board.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Drills the three-pointer.
Just sensational form and touch on display from Porter. When he gets any room to shoot from deep, he's looking to fire.
And it's Alexander Walker in the corner. Pass to Minot to the left side wing. Back to Reed. And that one, good. Reed's got his first 2 points.
And no matter what they've tried, the lead just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Westbrook with a wide open look. No good from outside. Timberwolves leading by 13. Here's Alexander Walker. Reed with a screen on Westbrook. Takes the three. Bangs on the trifecta. Alexander Walker's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Westbrook. The kick out to Porter. And it's blocked. And they recover. Back to Westbrook. Fires from deep. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Alexander Walker. It's tipped. Knocks it loose. Here's Shannon. He's covered by Westbrook. Shannon, no good. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And Reed throws it down.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Here's Westbrook. Oh, and the jam by Westbrook.
Well, that sends a clear message to the defense. Russell Westbrook up high in a strong finish.
And the Nuggets pushing it up now by himself. Throws down the breakaway jam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
And the wide open shot from Reed hits the three-point bomb. Reed's got 7 points.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA. The absolute ferocity from Russell Westbrook. The rim. My goodness, how you feeling?
Here's Alexander Walker. That shot, no good. The Nuggets trail by 15. Here's Porter. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Porter's got 5 points in the quarter.
A pure shooter who's also efficient. Porter nearly automatic from mid-range.
Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
From deep. Najee, no good. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Alexander Walker. He's covered by Westbrook. Shot's good by Alexander Walker. Alexander Walker's got his second basket of the game. And here's Westbrook. One second left. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Timberwolves ahead. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this was?
How about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
Confidence, even from range, has never been a Russell Westbrook problem. This guy is relentless in pursuit of points.
Let's call that one what it was, guys. Just spectacular.
No argument here, Greg. That's going to be the play people remember from this game. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Minnesota with the rebound. Edwards got 4 rebounds now tonight. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. Timberwolves passing it around. Edwards against Saric. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
When a pick like that is questionable, it creates that much of an advantage for the offense. You have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
And a whole new lineup here for the Nuggets. And it's Murray with the jam.
And there's no doubt Murray can fill it up. Good luck bringing him down to earth when he's on this kind of a roll.
Here's Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
Oh, Anthony Edwards thinks this game is a dunk contest. Go ahead, young sir. What a finish.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Jokic sets the screen for Murray. And a miss there on the triple. Timberwolves leading by 18. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Boy, Anthony Edwards out in transition, knows his teammates made a defensive play, and wisely leaks out.
Watson the screen. Here's Brown. Drills it from outside. Brown's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Outside Edwards. That's tipped. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Here's Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Well, you have to admire the strength of Aaron Gordon. This guy is adept at finding his way through intense defense.
Now DiVincenzo. Outside Edwards. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. Shot clock at 5. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Jokic.
Well, size and athleticism and a little bit of craftiness right there by Anthony Edwards. That up fake gets that defender committed, and the free throw line opportunity is coming.
And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about
Oh, goodness gracious.
About that finish.
Wow.
For 3, Murray. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
The rhythm, the timing. When Murray is in sync, that pull-up jumper is a thing of beauty.
And Edwards launches it from deep. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Randall against Murray. Down low. He's looking for Gordon and finds him. Here's Brown. Pass to Jokic. It's stolen by Gobert.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It could definitely be considered a statement win for Minnesota.
Their superior ball handling won it for them.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that. If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens when you do.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Anthony Edwards.
I think it would be impossible to overstate the impact.
Oh, what a dunk!
Look out below!
Nikola Jokic.
One of the best passing bigs the league has to offer. If you're open, Jokic will find you.
DiVincenzo finds Edwards. Gobert the screen. Oh, the lob to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining. The fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
It's stolen by Gobert. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. Some good malt. Thank you, David. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge.